Those are really good flowers to plant.
Sunflower.
And then bees love flowers that you find on trees. So some of the best things you can do for bees is to plant flowering trees. So things like tulip poplar, red maple, and then there's tons of others that flower, things like cherry trees and pear trees and peach trees and plants like that. But bees love flowering trees. And trees have a gazillion flowers on each one, so you're doing a lot for bees when you plant a tree.
Anybody? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. What made you choose the plants for the garden? Did color affect your choice?
So you researched your plants. Did you pick them by color?
I don't worry too much about that when it comes to honeybees. Honeybees, there are different types of strategies that different species of bees use when they're looking for food. So honeybees are called generalists, which means that they will visit lots of different kinds of plants, different species of plants. And I know that they like all different colors of flowers. I've seen them on yellow sunflowers and purple ajuga and all different kinds of colors of plants. Other species of bees, though, are more specific for certain types of flowers. So there is a bee that you find in Georgia called the blueberry bee, and that bee really, really likes to pollinate blueberry bushes. And I don't know, I'm sure it visits a few other types of plants as well, but it's more specific about the kinds of flowers that it likes to visit. So depending on the species of bee, it is more important to pick plants that they will visit. And certain bees do prefer certain colors of flowers. And another really cool thing about bees is that their vision is different than ours. So they can see UV light. We can't see UV light. And many plants, many flowers have markings on the flowers that allow the bees to sort of home in on the center of the flower. It's almost like a landing strip at an airport for an airplane. It's these stripes that certain flowers have in the UV that we can't even see.
That's so cool.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Levy.
Hi.
My name is Eric. We have chosen 3 types of flowers for our garden: blue wild indigo, Georgia savory, and golden aster. Do you think those are good choices?
I think those are good choices. So, when was your decision to choose those 3 in particular?
Tell her about our research that we did.
We practically researched about what the leafcutter bees would like best,
Okay.
and so we listed things down to these 3.
Okay, that sounds good. I think those plants bloom at different times of the year too, so that's nice. Asters usually bloom kind of later in the summer, so it will be good to have those available to the bees that can bloom all year, right? Or all summer at least.
Yes, we did. We had, the kids went to the media center, and our media specialist put up special websites for them to go to, and all the kids in 4th grade had a recording sheet, and then we found out what colors. That's why we asked you about colors, because we were informed that our leafcutter was attracted to particular colors.
Right.
And we looked at the time when they're most prevalent in Georgia. And so we took a lot of different things into consideration when we thought about our plants.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find your bees. Have you guys seen this book?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we have it in print and online.
You've already done your research on that book. I like this book a lot because it has so many different pictures of bees that you find, especially in this area. So, cool. Awesome. Any other questions?
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Levy. My name is Matthew. Who takes care of the garden when no one is at Georgia Tech?
We don't actually have, well, we do, I can take that back. We do have a pollinator garden that is near the president's office at Georgia Tech. I don't keep up with that garden, but we have a whole department at Georgia Tech that's our landscaping department, and they work year-round. So they make sure that it's watered and pruned and kept in good shape. So
Oh, we had it
You
working.
can't see us at all? Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Okay, Ryan, tell her. Shh. Go ahead, Ryan. She can hear you though, darling.
Hello, Dr. Levy. My name is Ryan. Will you please tell us how long it took before the bee stayed permanently?
So the bees that I keep, honeybees, are kept by people. Oh, now I see you.
Yay!
Hello. Hello. This is very exciting. No, there you are.
Yay!
So the bees that I have, honeybees, I purchased the bees and I brought them to campus. So as soon as I purchased them and installed them, they stayed in their hive and they have stayed ever since then. You guys are trying to attract native bees, which is a little bit different, and I think that they're going to find you really fast. I don't think you need to worry about that.
Lena, where are you? Okay. Nick, did you ask your question?
Hi, Dr. Levy. I'm Lena. Have you had any problems with mites? What do you do to fix it?
Yes, mites are a huge problem. So mites they're little tiny insects. They're like ticks. Have any of you guys seen a tick before?
Yes. They're like teeny tiny
So
spiders.
ticks are pretty gross, right? You walk through the woods and a tick will get on you and it'll suck your blood and it's gross. And mites are the same thing. These particular kinds of mites that are called varroa mites, they attach to honeybees and they suck the honeybee's blood, and they're big. They're like, in relation to the bee, they're really, really big. And they also spread viruses to the bees, which are gross. So mites are a huge problem. And we do treat our bees. If we notice that they have too many mites, we will treat them with, it's just a product called AP Life Bar, and we use it to try to kill the mites and make the bees not so sick. So, yeah.
Okay, Philip has a question for you.
Okay,
So, would a strawberry plant be good?
sure, yeah. Strawberry plants are good. They have flowers on them. I've seen bees on them. Yes.
Hi, Dr. Levy. I'm Cassidy, and how many years have you been a bee expert?
Oh, that's a good question. So I am a biologist. I didn't get my first biology degree until I was pretty old. So I went to college and I majored in chemistry. So I learned all about chemical reactions. And then I went to graduate school in a program called immunology. And that was sort of a hybrid between biology and chemistry, and I learned about blood cells in bodies. And then I came to Georgia Tech and I taught for about 5 or 6 years, and then we started the bee program. So we've only had the bee program for 5 years, so I've only been a bee expert for 5 years.
Hi, Dr. Levy. What kind of flowers attract honeybees the most?
I don't know. You should do the experiment.
Anybody else that hasn't had a chance? Penny? Two slides.
Hi, Dr. Levy. Have you ever researched any other kinds of bees?
So one project that we have is a project where people can take pictures of bees on flowers with their cell phones, and then we make a map. Cell phones pictures have location information on them, so we can make a map of where all of those pictures were taken, and then we know where those bee-flower interactions occurred. And when those people take those pictures, including a lot of my students taking those pictures, they're oftentimes bees that aren't honeybees. So what are some bees that you guys have seen that are really common around your area that aren't honeybees?
I don't know what kind of bee it was, but it looked pretty large. It might have been a carpenter bee, and it had like a stinger like that long.
Okay, well, carpenter bees you're going to start seeing those pretty soon. Carpenter bees are very, very big, and the the bees that you see, the big ones, especially the ones that you see flying around all the time, those are males. And the cool thing about male bees is they don't have stingers at all. So you really don't need to be scared or worried about carpenter bees when you see them. And remember, those carpenter bees are quite big, and they have a shiny bottom, like a shiny abdomen, black shiny bottom. So when you see those bees, don't be scared. They're not going to be able to sting you because they're probably males. The females are much smaller, and they can't sting.
Hi, Dr. Levy. Do you know how many bees you have in your garden?
I don't know how many are in the garden, but I know how many are in each hive, and it really depends on the time of year. So at about this time of year, there are about 20,000
Wow.
honeybees in each hive, and by the end of the summer, it's probably more like 70,000.
Wow. Dr. Levy, how many hives do you have?
Yeah, I've got, I usually have about 4 here on campus, and then I have another 6 off campus. So add those all up, and we're getting over 1 million bees, yeah.
Wow. You said that people are taking photos and sending them to you. How do they participate in that if we wanted to do
You
that?
can email them directly to me. Right now, we don't have really a way for you to upload them, although I have a group of computer science students who are working on that right now. But if you email me a picture that's taken on an iPhone or an iPad and it has had location services on, we'll put it on our Flickr site, and you can look at the map of where all the bees are.
We went and looked at that Flickr site yesterday and saw all the pictures. They were so beautiful.
Great.
We really appreciate your time, Dr. Levy. How about, do you have time for another 1 or 2 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sydney.
My name is Cindy, and have you ever gotten stung by a bee before?
I sure have, yes.
Do you know a little bit about wasps?
I know a little bit about wasps. So wasps are sort of distant cousins of bees, and they're not bees, right? But ants, bees, and wasps are all in the same group of insects called Hymenoptera. So yellow jackets, you guys like yellow jackets? No, you don't like yellow jackets. I like yellow jackets only because I work at Georgia Tech, and that's our mascot, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Yay! Go Jackets! Yay!
Yeah, go Jackets.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Yellow jackets are wasps. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, they are. What type of bees do we need to have?
All pollinators, right?
But what bees are there less of, and we need to have more of them?
I think it's important to try to conserve habitat for all different kinds of species of bees, because honeybees are great, but they don't pollinate everything, and there are certain species of plants that require specific species of bees to do their pollinating. So it's really good to create environments that will be good for all bees, and that means don't use insecticides, make sure there's plenty of food and water around for them, and make sure there's room for their nest sites. Don't pave the earth.
Do you have how many? Do you have all sorts of bees? Do you have leaf cutters and honeybees and all those kind of bees?
There are all different species of bees on campus, but I don't. Those native species, those solitary species like leaf cutters or mason bees or sweat bees or blueberry bees or bumblebees, you can't really keep those. So they're wild, and they make their nests where they want to make their nests. So just keep your eyes peeled for them, and they're everywhere, and we want them to be everywhere.
We're also, part of our project is we are going to build bee hotels.
Nice, yeah.
So we're hoping
great
they'll
for your
stick
bees.
around.
Yeah, you should be able to find leaf cutters and mason bees in your bee hotel.
And I think those are the 2 that we're primarily focusing on right now.
Great.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
this
you.
has been fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for thinking about bees and doing such good science, and I hope you guys have a great spring and get to see a lot of bees very soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.